I'm curious, from a neuroscience standpoint, what is the root cause of anxiety, and why do you feel like it is amplified so much in the recent years?
Yeah, just reading those stats makes you feel anxious.
Yes.
And so there's two ways to look at this. The one is, what are they actually saying? Because actually 100% of people battle with anxiety. So it's actually bigger than what we see the stat to be
100% of
big.
people.
Everyone battles with anxiety because anxiety is a very, very normal emotion. It's a warning signal telling us that you've got to pay attention to something in our life. And where it becomes a problem is when we don't deal with it, when we don't manage it. And what's often happening in our current, the past 40 years, the focus on dealing with mental health issues has been very much one of, let's identify the biological cause. Let's find the neurobiological cause. Where is it in the brain? Something's causing it in the brain. There's something in you that's wrong that's causing the anxiety. And that's been the huge focus of research. And it's called neuroreductionism, where everything's focused around the brain. Now, that in itself doesn't quite ring true, and scientifically it's been pretty much disproved, but it's the going philosophy. And it results in these kinds of stats that we see, because what we need to do as humans is, anxiety is part of being human. It's a normal response to adverse circumstances, obviously of varying degrees and different stages of our life and all that kind of thing, and dealing with change and all, just being a human. And so when we manage it and see it as something that's giving us information, and recognize when it's becoming disruptive and dealing with that, then it actually isn't such a problem. But when we are told that it's a brain disease and you need a medication and you've got a disorder, you wire in a perception into people that becomes how they see themselves, and you feel kind of hopeless. So when you think, oh, well, I've got a brain disease, there's something wrong with me, there's something broken in me, that makes things worse. Initially, giving it a label or a name or saying you have a disorder makes people feel comfortable because, that's why I feel like this. There's a reason. And that's really nice. But then it's a gift that doesn't have anything inside of it. You open it up and think, now what? Actually, and it backfires. And that's what we're seeing. That's why we see those, that when you suppress and don't deal, it will then turn into something big. And anxiety then shifts from being normal into something that becomes distorted.